And good morning, everyone, and welcome to Chaparral High School in Scottsdale. Todd Garbison for Southwest Sports Network. It's play-by-play coverage in the 2013 Cleats Classic Invitational. Day one of the tournament, and the first game in pool play for these two teams as the Chaparral Firebirds take on the Tucson Badgers. We're here at Chaparral High School, but the way the schedule is set up, Chaparral the visiting team in today's contest. And we are underway playing in the second inning, again because of the scheduling changes that occurred over the weekend. We joined this game in progress. Chaparral got a two-out base runner in the first inning, but could not get him past first. Tucson then scored twice in the bottom of the first inning, and now we play in the top of the second. This is the leadoff hitter in the second inning, and it's Marshall Forrest. And Forrest with a four-pitch walk as he goes to first base. And the batter is Michael Diamond. Diamond at the plate and ready. Again, it's the top of the second inning. Chaparral trailing Tucson 2-0 in pool play. And the first one to Diamond misses for ball one. Diamond, the sixth hitter in the Chaparral order, starting at third base today. And a fly ball, and that's hit well out to left center field. Back near the warning track, and just off the glove of the center fielder for Tucson, and that'll put another base runner aboard as Forrest goes to second and Diamond is aboard at first base.
Now batting number 27, Jack Peck.
And that brings up the right fielder, Jack Peck. Peck bats seventh in the order. So for Chaparral, Andrew Shaps was the leadoff hitter, starting in center field. Coulter Kilgore is the catcher, and he batted second. Dylan Bigcrane at first base hits third. Tanner Bolligan in left field is fourth. And then you saw Forrest batting fifth. Diamond just reached base. He bats sixth. And now Jack Peck, the right fielder. Two aboard with nobody out in the top of the second inning. Chaparral trailing Tucson 2-0. And a turn, and then you look over to first base, but no throw that way. And there's a ground ball and a base hit into center field. Forrest going to be waved around, and no throw to the plate. At least it's cut off in the middle of the infield. And Jack Peck comes through with an RBI single, so Chaparral able to answer after Tucson scores two in the bottom of the first inning. Chaparral gets one back in the top of the second. Now Nick Aranya, the shortstop. And a breaking ball over for a ball, actually, a little bit high, I guess, for ball one. Runners at the corners, nobody out. A run in as the pitch is fouled back and out of play, and it's 1-1. Well, this one being played, and it's I guess really a second schedule change. We lost all of the Saturday games due to the weather in the Phoenix area. Rain, heavy rain, some hail, I suppose. I read about it, I guess, anyway, in different parts of the Phoenix area, but that happened mostly on Friday night, and even into early Saturday morning. And so the decision was made, as that ball is bunted out and missed, that they would suspend all tournament play. Not a single game in the tournament was played on Saturday. And so the schedule was reshuffled Saturday afternoon to include 2 pool games per day, today and tomorrow, for all of the teams in the tournament. It's a 15-team tournament in the Cleats Classic Invitational, as the next one misses, and it's 2-2 on Nick Aranya. the 2-2 pitch. Popped up on the right side, and this is playable. And the catch made by the Tucson High second baseman, and that's the first down. Let's get through the defense for Tucson. Ivan Estrella is the left fielder. Alex Romero is the center fielder. Isaac Federico plays right field. Francisco Rodriguez at third. Tyler Johnson is shortstop. Emilio Mendez at second. And Felipe Peralta at first base. Marco Bustamante catching Alex Robles. And a breaking ball over to Nimps, the number 9 hitter in the Chaparral order. So we got the first revision, which was mid-afternoon, early afternoon on Saturday. And then there was a second revision for Tucson. I guess the Badgers are going back and forth each day to Tucson instead of staying overnight here, as they got a fake to third and a look to first. And they were originally scheduled to play a late game tonight and then come back and play an early game tomorrow morning. And instead they made another adjustment to the schedule as that pitch is fouled off, and it's 0-2. Made another adjustment to the schedule, and Chaparral was originally scheduled to play Williams Field at 12 o'clock today. And instead, things moved around, and Tucson and Chaparral got started at 11 o'clock this morning here at Chaparral High School. But we're here and settled in. We'll bring you the rest of the action as we've got a 2-1 ball game in the top of the second as the fastball to Nimps is high, and it's 1-2. Diamond at third, Peck at first with one out in the Firebird second inning. And that ball on the ground and threw it into right field for a base hit. Nimps with a single. And a run is in, and Chaparral has tied the game in the top of the second inning.
Now batting number 8, Andrew Shaps.
Back goes to second. Nimps at first base with one out for Andrew Shaps, the leadoff hitter. Shaps grounded out to start the ball game, a 5-3 ground out in the first. And Shaps shows bunt but takes outside for a ball. 2-2 ball game, top of the second inning. First of 2 games for each of these teams today. Chaparral will face Williams Field later this afternoon. Tucson will travel over to Arcadia High School to play the Titans. As that pitch is over for a strike, and it's 1-1. And the bunt on again, and Shaps bunts through it for a strike and falls behind in the count 1-2. Beautiful day for baseball now that the rain has come and gone on Friday and Saturday. Supposed to be clear skies, sunny throughout the week, and a swing and a miss there as Shaps strikes out. And there's 2 away in the inning, and the batter Coulter Kilgore. Temperature is supposed to climb throughout the week, and by Thursday, I believe we're supposed to be right around 90 degrees, maybe setting new record highs for the time of year. Ground ball to short, picked up by Johnson, a flip to second base, and that'll do it as Chaparral gets a couple of runs on 2 hits and an error in the top of the second. After 1.5, it's 2-2. And a fly ball on the first pitch at the bottom of the second inning hit into foul territory, and that falls for strike 1. So we'll try to work through the Tucson lineup. This is Isaac Federico, the number 9 hitter in the Badger order, as Tucson sent 8 to the plate in the first inning, scoring twice. And a ground ball thrown a little bit wide, but picked up over at first base. And Federico grounds out 6-3 to begin the bottom of the second.
Now batting number number 15, Emilio Melendez.
Back to the top of the Tucson order, and that'll allow us to get through their lineup. Emilio Melendez, the leadoff hitter for the Badgers, playing second base. Tyler Johnson bats second at shortstop as the first pitch is low for a ball. Francisco Rodriguez hits third and plays third. Alex Robles is the pitcher. He bats fourth. Ivan Estrella in left field is fifth. Jesse Robles, the DH, is sixth. As a foul ball goes to the backstop, and it's 1-1. The number 7 hitter is the first baseman, Felipe Peralta. Marco Bustamante, the catcher, is eighth. And Isaac Federico, as I mentioned, the number 9 hitter. The next one inside, 2-1. Chaparral's defensive alignment: Tanner Bollig in left field, Andrew Shaps in center field, and Jack Peck plays right. Michael Diamond's at third as we get a ground ball over to second base. And a throw on to first, a 4-3 ground out for out number 2 in the Badgers' second inning. And the batter, Tyler Johnson. But as I said, it's Diamond at third base, Nick Guaranya, the shortstop, Chris Nimps at second, and Dylan Big Crane at first base. Coulter Kilgore catching for Spencer Gilbert. Pitch over for a strike. Melendez, by the way, walked his first time up, and then you saw him just there with a ground out. Johnson with a sacrifice his first time up, and he takes strike 2. 2 outs, base is empty, bottom of the second inning. Tucson and Chaparral tied at 2. And the next pitch is high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The wind and the 1-2. And a ground ball to Guaranya, who circles it and throws to first base. It's in time. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning for Tucson in the second. It's 2-2. First pitch to Dylan Big Crane over for a strike. And the next one just off the plate, missing outside for a ball, and it's 1-1. The wind and the 1-1 pitch. Outside again, 2-1. Robles back to work with the 2-1 pitch. And that's outside. 3 balls and a strike. Three, 4, and 5 in the order for Chaparral in the third inning. The 3-1 pitch. And that misses for ball 4. So a walk to Dylan Big Crane, and Chaparral's got a leadoff hitter aboard in the third. And the batter is Tanner Bollig. Bollig hit a fly ball to center field his first time up. That ended the first inning. And a swing and a miss for a strike. An easy throw to first base, and the runner back. The 0-1 pitch. And misses for a ball, and it's 1-1. Yeah, the set and the 1-1 pitch. And that misses for a ball, 2-1. Leadoff hitter aboard for Chaparral in the top of the third inning. It's 2-2. First pool game for these two teams. And the pitch over for a strike. And that one fouled off. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Bollig with a runner at first. And nobody out here in the third inning. our first trip to Chaparral High School this year, for baseball anyway. We cover here at Southwest Sports Network. We cover football for Chaparral, all 3 levels, and also varsity boys basketball. As the pop-up is lifted on the left side, it'll be the shortstop Johnson back in the outfield grass, and then comes in a couple to the infield dirt and puts it away for the first down. So Bollock pops out, and the batter is Marshall Forrest. And of course Forrest, that's where we picked up our coverage here in the second inning. He walked to start the second. Now he bats with 1 on and 1 out in the top of the third. But first time out to the baseball field, although drove by it a few weeks ago. Once heard about, we get a throw over, and picked off at first base is Big Crane. Leaning a little bit over there at first, and the pickoff from Robles retires Big Crane for the second out. So now Forrest bats with 2 outs and the base is empty. But came by a few weeks ago as we were wrapping up our basketball coverage. It's always been a really nice field here at Chaparral High School. The field has always been in great shape, and of course that goes back to longtime Chaparral High School baseball coach and athletic director Jerry Dawson. As the 1-0 is inside and low, and it's 2-0. And the field's always been beautiful, but tough for us for what we do, because kind of use the term that the field is zipped up, meaning there's not really gaps anywhere, and there had never been any sort of seating behind home plate. And just this off season, then they built the bleachers behind home plate and also a little press box, and so we've got a great vantage point here now at Chaparral. As that pitch is over for a strike, and it's 2-2. 2 outs, base is empty, top of the third inning. Robles into the wind in the 2-2 pitch. Misses high with a fastball, and it's 3-2. And to the 3-2 pitch. And a breaking ball over for a called third strike. And that'll do it as Forrest strikes out to end the top of the third. It's the middle of the third inning from Chaparral High School. It's Chaparral 2 and Tucson 2 in the Cleats Classic Invitational. There's Francisco Rodriguez to lead it off in the third inning for Tucson. And he takes the first pitch low for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch fouled out of play. And they count 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. And that's a line shot right back up the middle and into center field. And Rodriguez has a single to begin the Tucson third inning. He had an RBI single back in the first inning, so 2 for 2. And now the batter is Alex Robles, who also had a base hit back in the first for the Badgers. And they scored a couple of runs. Ended up with 3 hits in the inning, as the first one to Robles misses for ball 1. Over to first base and the runner back. And there's a line drive, and that's a base hit into left field. And the first 2 are aboard for the Badgers in the bottom of the third inning.
Now batting number 4, Ivan Estrella.
Ivan Estrella for Tucson. Estrella with a fly ball to center field, his first time up. Showing bunt, takes a pitch low and away, and that one rolled a little bit away from Kilgore, but he was able to cover it before the runners could advance. And the next one, a fastball. It's high, and it's 2-0. 2 aboard, nobody out. Bottom of the third inning. Tucson and Chaparral knotted at 2. And that pitch over for a strike, and it's 2-1. And ball bunted, picked up by Gilbert, and the throw wide at first base, and it goes down the line. And at least one is going to come in for Tucson. They're going to send another runner around. The throw comes to the plate. It's late. And going all the way to third base is Estrella. Two runs come in for Tucson, and they lead 4-2.
Jesse Robles.
I think that should go as a sacrifice and then a throwing error. As the batter is Jesse Robles, the DH. And a pop-up in foul territory. And Diamond with the catch.
Now batting number 17, Felipe Peralta.
So Robles fouls out for the first out of the Badger third inning. They've scored twice, and they've got a runner at third with one out for Felipe Peralta. And the first one to Peralta outside for a ball. And the set from Gilbert in the 1-0. That's over for a strike, and it's 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch lifted into shallow center field, and in fact that just gets over the grass to the outfield grass. And a base hit as Estrella scores.
Now batting number 16, Mario Bustamante.
Not a whole lot on that one, but just enough. And an RBI single for Peralta scores Estrella to make it 5-2 Tucson. Throw to first base as Marco Bustamante, the catcher, is at the plate. And a swing and a miss on the first one for strike one. And the 0-1 is inside. That one hits Bustamante. And Bustamante on at first base, although he'll come off for a courtesy runner as Alex Carrillo will run at first for the Badgers. So Carrillo running for Bustamante at first base, and that pushes Peralta to second. 2 aboard with 1 out. 3 runs in for the Badgers in the bottom of the third inning, and they lead by a score of 5-2. Isaac Federico, the number 9 hitter for the Badgers, steps in. He grounded out his first time up. And takes a breaking ball low for ball 1. Gilbert sets as he looks back to second base. The 1-0 pitch. And a ground ball hit sharply out to second. Nips to Guarania on to Big Crane, and double play. 4-6-3 ends the inning. Badgers add 3, and after 3 lead 5-2. 6, 7, and 8 in the order for Chaparral in the fourth inning as Michael Diamond takes the first pitch for ball one. Now the wind and the 1-0. And a fastball, that's high, 2-0. Diamond, Peck, and Guaranya for Chaparral in the fourth inning as they trail 5-2. And another one misses, 3-0 the count. Diamond reached his first time up that deep fly ball to center field that came off the glove of the center fielder Romero. And in this at-bat, a 4-pitch walk. So Diamond goes to first base to begin the Chaparral fourth inning.
Right fielder, number 27,
and the batter is Jack Peck. And the first pitch over for a strike. The 0-1 pitch. And that misses outside, and it's 1-1. Robles looking in for the sign, the set, and the 1-1 pitch. And that's fouled out of play, first base side, and it's 1-2. Diamond on at first base here in the top of the fourth inning for the Firebirds. And the 1-2. And a swing and a miss, and Peck strikes out. And that's the first out of the Firebird fourth inning.
Now batting number 12, shortstop Nick Guaranya.
Yeah, Nick Guaranya, who popped out to the second baseman Melendez in the second inning. Robles ready as the runner bluffs but does not go, and the first pitch is high and outside for ball one. And the 1-0. And a swing and a miss. Runner goes this time, and the throw just a little bit late out there at second base. Johnson came over to try to apply the tag. So Diamond steals second, and he's in scoring position for Chaparral in the fourth. Robles looking back to second, the 1-1 pitch. And a swing and a miss. Pitch up in the eyes. Guaranya trying to shut down the swing and could not do it. And he falls behind 1-2. Runner at second base and one out. Chaparral trailing 5-2. Pool game number one for each of these teams in the Cleats Classic Invitational. And the 1-2. And a ball hit into foul territory down the line. A long way to run down there. And a lot of foul territory. Figure at most high school parks that ball gets out of play. And just so much foul territory here, but the count stays 1-2 strikes. And the 1-2. And a swing and a miss. And that'll do it for Guaranya as he strikes out. Back-to-back strikeouts for Robles in the fourth.
Now batting number 7, Chris Nitz.
That's his fourth strikeout of the game, and now he faces Chris Nitz. Nitz with an RBI single back in the second inning. And the first one a ground ball, just foul outside of third base, and that's strike one. Again, an opponent change and a time change here in this one between Chaparral and Tucson. As the one strike pitch is on the way, and it's a fastball high. Of course, we got the first revision on Saturday afternoon because of the rainouts from Friday night's rain and then into Saturday. The 1-1 pitch. And that's inside, and it's 2-1. But because of travel logistics for Tucson, we had a second schedule change. And Tucson and Chaparral playing at 11 o'clock, the first pitch today. The 2-1. And a swing and a miss. Now the runner's going to take off, and the throw will sail and go into left field, and Chaparral will get a run. So it goes a stolen base and then an E2. And Chaparral gets a run in the fourth inning. They cut the deficit to 5-3. And Chris Nemps will try to get it started on his own here with the bases empty and 2 away. And takes inside, and that runs the count full. And Robles with the 3-2. And a swing and a miss, and that'll do it in the inning as Robles gets 3 straight strikeouts, but a run is in for Chaparral. And now the Badgers batting in the fourth as Emilio Melendez takes ball 1. A new pitcher in for Chaparral. As the pitch is over for a strike, and it's 1-1. Michael Caldwell on the mound now for Chaparral after Spencer Gilbert went the first 3 innings. And there's a pitch on the inside corner, a strike, and it's 1-2. Top of the order for the Badgers here in the bottom of the fourth. Melendez, Johnson, and Rodriguez. And Melendez able to lay off, and the count moves to 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch. And a pop-up on the left side into foul territory. Diamond in foul territory with the catch.
Now pitching for the Firebirds, number 26, Michael Caldwell.
So Melendez fouls out, and it brings up Tyler Johnson, the number 2 hitter in the Tucson order.
For Tucson, number 1, Tyler Johnson.
Johnson a sacrifice and a ground out in 2 at-bats. And the first pitch up and in for ball 1. And the 1-0. Oh, that's inside, and that hits Johnson.
Now batting number 3, Francisco Rodriguez.
Now Francisco Rodriguez, the third baseman for the Badgers, who had an RBI single in the first, and then he singled to start the third. It takes a breaking ball over for a strike. And a throw to first as the runner is back. 1 on, 1 out, bottom of the fourth inning. Tucson leading Chaparral 5-3. And the runner goes, and the ball lined into center field for a base hit. Rounding second and going to third is Johnson. The throw a little bit wide of the bag. And so Rodriguez with his third base hit. And as many at-bats. Johnson at third, Rodriguez at first for Alex Robles. break here as we play in the bottom of the fourth inning. Again, it's the first pool game for each of these teams as we get opened up here. First day in the 2013 Cleats Classic. It's going to be a busy 3 or 4 days for these teams as they will play 2 pool games today, 2 pool games tomorrow, and then begin elimination play on Wednesday at Gene Autry Park and Red Mountain in Mesa. Now ready to go as Robles is in there. And he takes the first pitch for strike 1. Robles 2 for 2 today. And the next one is high from Michael Caldwell. Robles lays off and a pitch in the dirt, and it's 2-1. And a fake to third, look to first, and they got the runner hung up between first and second. The run comes in for Tucson, and now Chaparral has to make sure they get the out, and they do. So Johnson scores after Rodriguez gets caught in the rundown between first and second. Tucson has their 3-run lead back as they go up 6-3. And the 2-1. That's outside. 3 balls and a strike. The wind and the 3-1. And that ball yanked foul down the third base line, and it's 3-2. And the 3-2. And that's up and in, and that's ball 4.
Now batting number 4, Ivan Estrella.
Now Estrella for the Badgers. As Arian Acuna will run at first base as a courtesy runner for Robles. Caldwell with a set, and the first pitch is outside for ball 1. A run in for Tucson in the bottom of the fourth inning. They lead Chaparral 6-3. Now the set on the 1-0. And a ground ball over to third. Diamond has it. He'll fire across to first base in time. The inning is over. Tucson gets a run back and leads 6-3. And the first pitch over for a strike to Andrew Shaps as we begin the 5th inning of play. Top of the order for the Firebirds. The 0-1. A fastball high and outside, and it's 1-1. Shaps, Kilgore, Big Crane for the Firebirds in inning number 5. And a ground ball over on the right side. Melendez on to first base, and that's in time. Shaps grounds out for the first out of the 5th inning.
Number 31, catcher Coulter Kilgore.
And the batter is Coulter Kilgore. Kilgore ground out and an inning-ending fielder's choice in 2 at-bats. Takes the first pitch for ball 1. The wind and the 1-0 pitch. Over for a strike, and it's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. And that's hit into shallow center field. And that falls for a base hit. So Kilgore with a single, and he's aboard at first. We'll get a courtesy runner over there for Chaparral. And with 1 on and 1 out, the batter is Dylan Big Crane.
Now batting number 21, first baseman Dylan Big Crane.
And going after the first one, fouled off first base side for strike 1. Chaparral trailing 6-3 in pool game number 1. Firebirds will stay right here and face Williams Field a little bit later on this afternoon. I believe a 2:30 start is the adjusted time. While Tucson will have to load up the bus and head over to Arcadia High School. As the next pitch is outside, and it's 1-1. Tucson will head over to Arcadia to face the Arcadia Titans. And another one outside. 2 balls and a strike.
First, John Seeley.
And now a swing and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's John Seeley running at first base for Chaparral. On as a courtesy runner for Coulter Kilgore, who singled just a moment ago. Chaparral with 2 runs in the second and 1 run in the fourth. For Tucson, 2 runs in the first, 3 in the third, and 1 in the fourth. Next one outside, and it's 3-2. And Robles delivers with a runner going, a swing and a miss. The throw to second base. And the ball rolls away a bit from Johnson and into shallow left field. So it's a strikeout of Dylan Big Crane for the second out of the inning. And then give Seeley credit with a stolen base as he gets into scoring position. The batter, Tanner Bullock. And the first pitch up and in for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. And that's over for a strike, and it's 1-1. It'll be interesting to see as we go through tournament play. We've got a lot of games to cover here on Southwest Sports Network throughout the week, and it'll be interesting to see how pitching holds up. As I mentioned, 2 pool games today, 2 pool games tomorrow. So already Monday, Tuesday, you've gone through 4 starters by the time you get to Wednesday. And another one, this one fouled out of play back behind the seats. And so it'll be interesting to see what happens. You know, the team's scheduled to play at least 1 game on Saturday. Figure the Saturday starters, had they been able to pitch Saturday, off Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then they come back Wednesday. But I don't know what teams are going to do for their 5th starters on Wednesday as that ball is hit into center field. A base hit, runners waved around third base, and the throw is cut off. It's an RBI single for Tanner Bollig, and Chaparral scores in the 5th.
Now batting, designated hitter number 23, Marshall Forrest.
So Bollig with the RBI single to score Kilgore's courtesy runner John Seeley. That makes it 6-4. And the batter is Marshall Forrest. And a breaking ball didn't miss by much there, but ball 1. Here's Robles with the set and the pitch. And that one just about the same spot, called a strike, and it's 1-1. Here's the 1-1 from Robles. And a fly ball hit well out to left center, but Romero's going to get under it. And he makes the catch to retire the side. Firebirds score once in the top of the fifth. We head to the bottom of the fifth inning. Firebirds down 6-4. Here's Jesse Robles to begin things for Tucson in the fifth. Robles, Peralta, Bustamante scheduled for the Badgers. The 1-0 pitch. Hopped up, and this one's going to get out of play. One and one on Robles, who had an RBI single in the first, fouled out in the third. And he takes outside, and it's 2-1. The next pitch high, 3 balls and a strike. The one and the 3-1. And that's inside. Ball 4, a leadoff walk for the Badgers in the fifth inning.
Now batting number 17.
And the batter, Felipe Peralta.
Felipe Peralta.
Peralta with an RBI base hit his last time up. And delivers another base hit. That's down the line and goes all the way to the fence. Robles going to be waved around and held at third base. So got the late stop sign there to stop Jesse Robles. And it's a double for Peralta.
16, Mario Bustamante.
Yeah, Marco Bustamante. He'll bat with runners at second and third, and nobody out for Tucson in the bottom of the fifth inning as they lead Chaparral 6-4. And the first pitch, a breaking ball over for a strike. Badgers come in unbeaten on the year, 6-0 to start their 2013 campaign. The 0-1. Outside, that bounces, gets away, and that will bring in a run for Tucson. Robles scores on a wild pitch to make it 7-4. Peralta goes to third base. Bustamante trying to get him in now with a runner at third and nobody out. A run in for the Badgers in the fifth. The 1-1 pitch. And a swing and a foul tip for a strike, and it's 1-2. And the 1-2. And Bustamante hit by the pitch once again as he got hit his last time up. And that puts runners at first and third with nobody out for Isaac Federico.
Now batting number 6, Isaac Federico.
Kevin Samaniego on to run at first base for Bustamante as Isaac Federico is ready to get in there and bat for the Badgers. Bottom of the 5th inning, Tucson leading Chaparral by a score of 7-4. Turn and an easy throw to first, and the runner back. And the first pitch, a breaking ball outside for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. And that's over for a strike, and it's 1-1. The 1-1. And the ball bunted back to the pitcher. Caldwell looked to second, but throws to first base. So Federico gets the bunt down and gets the sacrifice as Bustamante's courtesy runner goes to second. Peralta stays at third base. And the batter is Emilio Melendez. Melendez 0 for 2 with a walk today. Scored back in the first inning after he walked to start the Badger first. Yeah, he's showing bunt, and the pitch is outside for ball 1. And now a timeout here. Question from the Chaparral dugout as to whether or not the batter Melendez offered at the pitch. Chaparral asked for an appeal, but even with the base umpire saying no, there's still conversation as to whether or not he really offered at it. Melendez went down to the third base box to get to confirmation of what he's being asked to do. Pitch misses for a ball, and it's 2-0. Seven to 4 Tucson. 2 in scoring position with 1 out. And that ball just fouled down the third base line, and it's 2-1. Here's the set and the 2-1 pitch. And the miss is high, and it's 3-1.
Go after him.
The 3-1 pitch. And that's low and inside, and it's ball 4, and that will load the bases.
Now batting number 1, Tyler Johnson.
Tyler Johnson to the plate now for Tucson, but first a Chaparral timeout. Pitching change for the Firebirds as Phil Bondank is on to pitch.
Go, Phil.
And a tough situation, but it's what relief pitchers oftentimes are asked to do, is come in with runners on base, and that's what we've got here. And the first one to Tyler Johnson misses for ball 1. Peralta at third. Samaniego running for Bustamante at second, and Melendez at first. 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning for the Badgers. Looking to open things up further. And a breaking ball misses, and it's 2-0. Go out quickly to Tuck to Bondink. The set and a 2-0 pitch. And that misses 3-0. And now if you're a pitcher with the bases loaded in a 3-0 count, you figure that strike zone is going to look even smaller now, trying to find a spot to get it over. Trade-off at this point on 3-0 is you wouldn't expect Johnson would be swinging. And that pitch pretty close, but called ball 4. And so that'll force in a run with the bases loaded walk. Peralta scores. It's a 2-run fifth inning for Tucson. And it's 8-4. And the first one to Francisco Rodriguez over for a strike. Still only 1 out of the inning for the Badgers. And they've scored twice in the bottom of the 5th. The 0-1. The breaking ball bounces in. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I make it to 1-1, I beg your pardon. Now the 1-1. And a pitch fouled out of play. 1-2 on Rodriguez. A perfect 3 for 3 today. An RBI single in the first, and then singles again in the third and the fourth. He scored twice. Bondink, the left-hander, with the set and the 1-2. And another ground ball foul. This time on the third base side.
Go, Phil, win the battle here.
Bases still loaded. Still only 1 out. The difference in this count, anyway, is that Bondink has been able to get ahead of the hitter. 1-2 on Rodriguez. And the pitch. And a ground ball. Oh, that's off of Bondink. And, boy, he got hit in the face there, I believe. As a run is in, they'll check on Bondink.
All right, let's roll it up and get out of the city, guys. Come on.
After a lengthy delay, we're back to baseball here as Alex Robles
Number 5, Alex Robles.
takes ball 1. Jonathan Raskin now on to pitch as Bondink was looked at, and after a very long delay, he was taken off the field, and we sure hope that he's going to be okay as that pitch is over for a strike. The third run of the inning came in for Tucson on that final play, though, and they have scored 3 times in the 5th inning, and they lead 9-4. And there's a ball hit well out to left field. And the runner from third base will tag and score. It's a sacrifice fly.
Now batting number 4, Ivan
And an
Estrella.
RBI for Alex Robles. As Melendez scores, it's a 4-run 5th inning. It's 10-4 Tucson. Johnson at second, Rodriguez at first with 2 away. And now Estrella, the 9th man to bat in the inning for the Badgers. And the first pitch is low for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. And a fly ball to center field. And that's playable out there. Shaps with the catch, and the inning is over. 4 across for Tucson. Chaparral with some work to do now in the top of the 6th inning. Michael Diamond leads off. And Diamond takes for ball 1.
Let's go, Michael!
And the next one on the way from Robles. Over the inside corner, a strike. Time to walk his last time up. He scored twice for the Firebirds. But a swing and a miss, and he strikes out to begin the 6th inning. Strikeout number 7 for Alex Robles.
Now batting number 27, Jack Peck.
And now the batter is Jack Peck. And the first one from Robles over for strike 1. The 0-1 foul to the backstop, and it's 0-2. Chaparral has had a base runner in every inning. They've scored 4 times. But still a lot of work to do as the pitch is high because the Tucson Badgers have scored 10 runs. They got 2 in the first, 3 in the third, 1 in the fourth, and then really to open things up, 4 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning. Turned a 6-4 deficit for Chaparral into a 10-4 deficit. The 1-2. That's inside, just about got him, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Peck with a base hit his first time up, then he struck out in the 4th. 1 for 2 today. The 2-2. Pretty close there, and on the appeal, the base umpire says that Peck went around. Back-to-back strikeouts for Robles in the 6th inning. He's got 8 in the game now.
Number 22, Kyle Palmer.
And a new hitter in for Chaparral as Kyle Palmer will bat for the first time. And Palmer going after the first one, laces a single into left field.
Now batting, second baseman, Chris Nimps.
Now Chris Nimps with Palmer aboard at first and 2 away in the Firebirds' 6th inning. First pool game of the tournament for both teams. And the first one to Nimps fouled off for strike 1. The Firebirds will stay right here on their home field and face Williams Field at 2:30. Tucson will pack up after this one against Chaparral and head over to Arcadia to face the Arcadia Titans. Next pitch high for a ball, and it's 1-1. All 15 teams in the Cleats Classic Invitational playing a doubleheader today. The 1-1. And that ball hit into right field, and that's going to bounce and get past the right fielder, Federico. And now the race is on as Palmer's going to be waved around third base. The throw will go to third, and Nimps slides in safely as the ball trickles away. And so the Firebirds get a run in the 6th inning to make it 10-5.
Hey, keep it going, guys. Let's go.
And Nimps is at third base. That'll be a scorer's decision, but I'm thinking single and then a 2-base error, as that looked like a playable ball there for Federico. But a run in either way for Chaparral to make it 10-5, and it's back to the top of the order for Andrew Shaps. The first pitch is high and outside for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball, outer half of the plate for a strike, and it's 1-1. Firebirds try to get that runner in from third base with 2 outs. The 1-1. Another breaking ball. That one's bounced in there, and Bustamante saves a run by keeping that one at his feet.
Let's go, Andrew!
2-1. And a swing and a foul ball, and it's 2-2. Chaparral trailing 10-5, batting in the bottom of the sixth, the top of the sixth rather, with 2 outs. The 2-2 pitch. That's outside, and that runs the count full. If Shaps is able to reach, Coulter Kilgore would be next for Chaparral. The wind and the 3-2. And a ground ball over to the right side. Melendez a long way to his left, makes a nice play, and that ends the inning. Firebirds get a run and trail 10-5. Six, 7, and 8 in the order for Tucson in the bottom of the sixth inning. Jesse Robles leads off. And he hits a fly ball into left field right near the line, and Bollig with a catch. And the leadoff hitter retired in the sixth inning for Tucson.
Now batting number 17, Felipe Peralta.
Now Felipe Peralta. Peralta's been swinging the bat well. A double and a run scored his last time up. And the first pitch outside for ball 1. And the next pitch inside. 2 balls and no strikes. One out, base is empty. Bottom of the sixth. The 2-0 pitch. That's outside, and it's 3-0. Raskin trying to come back here, the 3-0 pitch. And he gets the first one over for a strike, 3-1. Into the line, the 3-1 pitch. Another called strike, and it's 3-2. And the 3-2. And a slow tapper back to the mound, fielded, and Raskin on to first base. A 1-3 ground out. And there's 2 away in the Tucson sixth inning.
Bustamante.
Now Bustamante bats. We look ahead to the Chaparral seventh inning. The Firebirds trailing 10-5. Then they'll send up 2, 3, and 4 in the order to try to get things started in the seventh inning. But first, Bustamante in the sixth. And he takes strike 1. The wind and the 0-1. Laying off a fastball that's high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now time called as Raskin wants a new set of signs from his catcher Kilgore. The 1-1. And this one popped up. First base side, and Big Crane is there. He calls for it, and he's got it. 3 up, 3 down go the Badgers in the sixth. We head to the seventh. Coulter Kilgore will lead it off in the seventh inning for the Firebirds. Going after the first pitch, and a line drive caught over at third base by Rodriguez. An atom ball there, well, close to it anyway. It was a hard hit ball. Rodriguez had to go a little bit to his left. But the catch made for the first out in the Firebirds' seventh inning. Chaparral down 10-5.
Number 27, 21, Dylan Big Crane.
Big Crane with a swing and a foul ball for a strike. And another one fouled off, and it's 0-2. Tucson scored 2 runs in the bottom of the first inning. Chaparral got 2 back in the top of the second to tie it as the count goes to 1-2. Tucson then with 3 runs in the bottom of the third to go up 5-2. Chaparral a run in the top of the fourth to make it 5-3. Tucson got that one back in the bottom of the fourth to make it 6-3. Firebird scored 1 in the fifth to make it 6-4. As the next one is outside 3-2, but then 4 runs in the fifth inning for Tucson made it 10-4. Firebird scored 1 in the top of the sixth, 10-5, and that's our score in the seventh. The 3-2 to Big Crane, and a ground ball over to the right side, backing up a little bit, Peralta, but he'll flip it to Robles covering, and that is out number 2. A 3-1 ground out for Big Crane, and the batter is Tanner Bullock.
Now batting left fielder, Tanner Bullock.
Bullock with a base hit his last time up. It was an RBI single, and he's 1 for 3 today as he swings and misses for a strike. Firebirds down to their final out in the seventh inning, a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Robles into the wind and the 0-2. High with a fastball, 1-2. Alex Robles has gone the entire way here for Tucson, trying to finish up a complete game. The 1-2. And a swing and a miss, and that will do it as Tucson defeats Chaparral. The Firebirds go 3 up and 3 down in the seventh inning. Robles finishes with 9 strikeouts, and he finishes strong to go, again, 3 up and 3 down in the seventh. And our final score, it's Tucson 10 and Chaparral 5. Badgers win their first pool game and will travel over to Arcadia to take on the Titans a little bit later on. Chaparral will stay right here, and in their second pool game, they will face the Williamsfield Blackhawks. So that will do it. Again, our final score, it's Tucson 10 and Chaparral 5 from Chaparral High School in Scottsdale. Todd Garbison for Southwest Sports Network saying so long, and we'll talk to you again soon.